Hello, welcome back to Bonsai Tree LiveEnoding. In this episode, I'm sharing the creation of this procedural alien bonsai. Um, so this was actually pretty simple. It's not a perfect solution. If you're thinking of like a real bonsai, it's so beautiful and elegant. My one is a bit weird, but at least this one is kind of original, right? Including the pot design. It's not perfect, but still kind of interesting. With the bonsai, of course, you have like some kind of miniature plant, miniature normally based on real giant tree, and you make it like miniature, and it has the ground and also the container of the bonsai, the pot. So each one of them has its own uh, elegant elegance. And if you look at some of the bonsai example, uh, you can try creating a realistic one. I think CG Cookie recently actually have something about it. Okay, maybe yeah, my internet is not working, but yeah, creating bonsai. So if you ever want to make like a procedural bonsai, that's actually can be quite challenging and interesting. So let's take a look. First of all, maybe I talk about the plant first. Start from the top part. So the plant itself, I started with just a simple line. I can actually increase and decrease this line. So it's still, I can make it growing. It's a little bit like snake plant. I can reduce the number of vertices. I can randomize the seed. So it's being displaced using noise displace node. And this line goes into bevel curve. So bevel curve is simply extruding, in this case, extruding a circle. Yeah, it's looking like this. And then I have a couple of segmentations or division of the circle, and then it allows the polygon face to be extruded. Oh, I have this taper, this kind of tapering. So I could have all kind of different thickness of the plant. But anyway, it goes into this multi-extrude nodes, which is like a giant, it's a super node. I think Zephy actually converted from an add-on. This was an add-on, and it's become nodes in Spectral. Yeah, this give this kind of random extrusion, which is oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Which basically simply extruded randomly based on polygon face. I think that's kind of cool. In your a long time ago in Blender 2.79, there's a Spectral developer artist named Elfnor, and she actually made a script node light that creates a tree. Elfnor, if you search Elfnor, okay, this is CG Cookie Bonsai Tree tutorial. That's pretty good. So Spectral Elfnor tree. I actually talked about this in the past. Unfortunately, the script node doesn't work anymore. Someone need to update it for Blender 2.8 and up. But if you want to make like something that's more kind of like a tree growing randomly with branching, take a look at Elfnor script node light. So that's the tree that I can now hide. Next we have the pot and the ground. Oh, by the way, this tree also have shader. The shader is, of course, procedural. It's just a Voronoi. Voronoi can be 4D, so I can animate it. Yes, cool. Maybe it's glow in the dark. So, but basically that's the plant, and then we can move on. So the pot and everything else is, so I say with the ground is very basic. It's a simple plane like that that's been subdivided. It has this 50 by 50 resolutions of mesh, and I subdivide it further. I can give a bit of fractal to add more detail if I want to, and then I transform it. I think I'm scaling it and moving it up or down, but noise displays is doing all the job basically. So I can displace using noise. I'm using Voronoi noise, can be Perlin. And yeah, that's actually pretty much it. If you want to fit it on the pot, I mean, in this case, really, I can use Boolean to cut it so it fits the pot. And then we have the actual pot itself, which is slightly more complicated. It's not really. It's basically just a shape that I extruded. So let's see. I started with a plane, and I bevel it. See, I can control the bevel. So I started with a plane just for convenience, because I can always do that to change the shape of the pot. And okay, the bevel, after the bevel we have the inset faces. Oh, a couple of inset faces. This is actually more like, I'm using inset for extrusion most of the time. Yeah, I can change the all kind of thickness. Unfortunately, I think this doesn't go minus. Oh, yeah, it doesn't go minus. And there's the depth. So that's basically the pot. Under there are two. This is like just an extra thing. That's actually, I'm using it to cut the bottom part. So yeah, I'm using it as a boolean to cut this part of the pot. Yeah, it's not the most elegant. It's basically just something with an offset, something that I can scale just to make a cut down there so it has details. It's simply to create the legs. It's actually something about Blender Boolean. Sometimes it doesn't create the middle part or the inside part. I don't know, maybe I'm doing it wrong, or maybe the surface is not really manifold and Blender doesn't like it. Maybe I should triangulate it before Boolean. No, it still doesn't create the inside. Kind of wondering why. Oh, okay, maybe the box itself was reversed. That's why. Let's say if I'm flipping the normal of this objects, this is a cutter object. So I'm reversing it so it's correct. Now I can hide it, so it should create the inside. Okay. Flip normals. So I have two boxes down there that creates the cutter. Now I can hide it. Now we have the inside of this bonsai pot. Yeah, I know the design is a bit weird, but it's just for simplicity's sake. And then the bottom is actually hollow, but I have the ground covering it anyways. So this is something that I can share with you. Like I said, this is not yet like a perfect bonsai procedural, but you get the idea. It's kind of nice to be able to create this. I mean, to create this yourself. Yeah, including the plant. It's a very cool idea. Think about it. Like this is like a plant. It doesn't usually move, and you have the pot. Most of the time, it's like this is something that you can put in the living room. It's a it's also metaphorical. It's like a forest inside your living room. It's something you can display. It's for yourself, and also you can show it to your friends. But the interesting, normally it's static, it's not mobile. But if you think of a human and a bicycle, usually we are like more mobile. A bicycle or skateboard. This one has so much similarity, and of course all of this can be procedural as well. I think there's a correlation of this idea of a bonsai tree. I don't know what it is yet. I mean, you could maybe you could create like what is it? Like some kind of creature. I don't know. It's creature on the spider, kind of vehicles moving around. It's like this. It's like this tree. Base. It usually anyway. It has the base. It has the ground where it's standing, and then it grows up. So I think in the future I will make a better setup for this kind of bonsai thing. Something that's a bit more realistic. Or maybe it doesn't need to be realistic, just something that's a little bit more elegant and how everything connects together. Of course, currently I can make some changes, yeah, things like that. But I mean, the ground should follow the pot, for example. Yeah. Anyway, it can be improved. So yeah, hopefully you find this interesting. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.